The helicopters fought into the night sky, leaving behind only the whisper of wind and the heavy silence of the mountains. Boots touched the rocky ground, careful, controlled, as the four soldiers moved into the forest. Every movement is deliberate. Weapons are checked, signals exchanged with quick glances. The air is thin and cold, carrying the smell of pine and dust. Far below, faint lights mark hostile territory, unaware of the eyes watching from above. They climb for horrors, crawling over jagged stone and through tangled roots, until the forest thickens and the world narrows to shadows and blood. From their vantage point, they finally spot the target's compound, barely visible through the trees. The leader raises a fist, freeze. Heartbeat is slow. Cameras zoom in, recording enemy patterns, counting guards, teaming patrols. The mission is alive now, fragile and tense. As dawn begins to stain the horizon, a sudden crack of branches cuts through the silence. All four men freeze. Voices, close, to a close. Civilians emerge from the trees, unaware, curious. Fingers tighten on triggers, sweat mixing with dirt. A single decision hangs in the air, heavy as the mountain itself. The forest holds its breath, moments away from violence. Gunfire erupts like thunder, shattering the fragile calm of the forest. Trees splinter and leaves explode in every direction as bullets tear through the air. The four seals dive for cover, pressing themselves against rocks, fallen logs, and the uneven terrain. The enemy moves fast, surrounding them, shouting orders in harsh, guttural tones. Every second stretches, the roar of weapons and screams of battle echoing off the mountainsides. One by one, the men take hits. Blood stains the earth and drips from torn uniforms. Pain radiates through limbs, but training and instinct keep them fighting. They coordinate silently, signaling each other with flicks of the eyes, small gestures, a unit, moving as one even as chaos surrounds them. Explosions of rifle fire send dirt and debris into the air, masking the positions of both attackers and defenders. The youngest of the team is hit first, falling into the underbrush with a cream muffled by the forest. Another fires a last, desperate shot to cover his teammate's retreat, but he too is struck, tumbling down a slope. The remaining to fight tear way through a narrow clearing, returning fire, their faces smeared with sweat, dirt, and blood. The forest itself seems alive, the canopy hiding bullets and the ground betraying every step. Rocks and roots snitch boots, slowing movement. One SAL grabs a fallen comrade, dragging him to a safer position, while the other suppresses the enemy with rapid bursts, each trigger pull a battle against exhaustion and fear. By the time the firefight begins to fade, only one man remains standing, battered and bleeding, every breath a rugged struggle. The forest is silent again, save for the distant echo of the skirmish and the distant cries of the wounded. He crouches low, surveying the devastation around him, the bodies of friends, enemies, and the broken earth beneath them. The mountain looms above, a silent witness to the carnage, as he realizes the battle is not over, and survival will demand everything he has left. The last SAL staggers through the forest, each step a battle against pain and exhaustion. His uniform is torn, bloodied, and soaked in sweat, blending with the mud and foliage around him. Every sound, cracking branches, distant shouts, the rustle of leaves, sets his nerves on edge. The enemy is still out there, hunting, and he knows that one wrong step could be his last. He moves low, hugging the shadows, using the trees and rocks as cover. Memories of his fallen brothers flash in his mind, tear later during training, the promises they made before the mission, the way they had each other's backs no matter what. The weight of their sacrifice drives him forward, even as every muscle screams in protest. Hours pass, maybe more. The sun climbs and begins to cast dappled light through the canopy, but it offers no comfort, only illumination for anyone tracking him. Hunger gnaws, and dehydration blurs his vision, but he forces himself to keep moving, searching for a safe path out of the mountain. A distant sound, a low hum, metallic, catches his attention. A helicopter, salvation, or another trap, Using every ounce of remaining strength, he signals with reflective surfaces and small gestures, hoping the approaching aircraft will see him. Enemy gunfire erupts again in the distance, and he dives behind a boulder, narrowly avoiding a hail of bullets. His body shakes, adrenaline and fear battling against sheer exhaustion. Finally, the helicopter descends into a clearing. Pilots spot him and maneuver close, their rotors kicking up clouds of dust and debris. He crawls, drags himself, and finally grasps the landing skid. The aircraft lifts him out of the forest, leaving behind the chaos, the fallen, and the echoes of the firefight. As he looks down at the mountains fading beneath him, a profound mixture of relief and grief washes over him. He survived, but at a cost he can never forget. The forest, on a ceiling, now holds the memory of a battle that tested every limit of courage, loyalty, and human endurance. The screen fades as the helicopter disappears into the horizon, leaving the forest and its story behind.